So Jay, you participated in our 2016 working group, a group of amazing people who came together to help us think about this at the programmatic and policy level. But I also want to ask you the same question at a more personal level. What do you think the everyday North Carolinian is feeling as they participate, perhaps even unknowingly, in this transformation of the world?
I'm not too sure there is an everyday North Carolinian who is representative of the whole. There are certainly some people who are very at risk in this environment. The person who does a rudimentary job that is easily replaced by technology. And I think there are going to be some very skilled people who are going to be surprised in the near future. On the other hand, North Carolina, if you look at the triangle here, we're a magnet for the people who are creating this technological change. True. So for them, they're salivating. So you have very different responses. I don't think that there is a single person that represents everybody here.
Fair enough. You know, our 2015 forum focused on innovation, and it was focused on the people and companies that were making it based on technology, and I agree, there was a lot of salivating going on. So, but there's another side. There's this more questionable side, and questionable not because it may not hold new opportunities, but questionable because it's hard for us, as Devin has pointed out, as Mike has pointed out, to figure out how we navigate a world for which we have no rules, for which we have no blueprint. Mike talked about some policy prescriptions, and Alexandra, you began to raise some of those in your answer to my question. Jay, what do you say about the role of policy in helping North Carolina prepare for and respond to these changes?
Well, before policy, you sort of have to start with vision. And I've heard, I mean, in our working group, we've kind of heard of very opposite polar visions, one in which innovation is going to, don't worry about it, innovation is going to produce jobs for everybody, a very hopeful vision. We also had another very hopeful vision that, you know, don't worry about it, the machines are going to do all the work, we can just be on vacation all the time, which I don't know whether either one of those is, you know, life is usually a gray area. I think what we have to consider, and also there's another vision that is very dark in which we're all going to be out of work, and so we need a guaranteed minimum income. And I kind of look at maybe we just shouldn't just go completely in any single direction, and maybe we have to kind of look at those policies that are likely to continue high employment. I think on a national level, we kind of have to look at, say, there's no doubt that we have to look at our immigration policy. Can we continue to expand the labor supply at a rapid rate when the job supply seems to be diminishing? Our tax and trade policies need a look. We tax income. Other countries tend to tax value added. The way that works out is we're basically subsidizing their exports as we import their stuff. So we may have to look at things like that. We also have to answer questions, are we concerned about specific development in, say, certain regions, or are we more concerned about the total level of development of new jobs? Because if you try to target development to areas that are not very promising, you're going to have less overall development than if you focus on areas where development is happening all by itself. So these are the kinds of things that kind of play a little small ball here, try to sustain employment as best we can, and by doing so, that prolongs any misery or any greater misery, so that maybe innovation can come along and, at least in part, rescue us.